Bookie's New and Used Books is a supporter of WXAV 88.3 FM and WXAV.com. Located at 10324 Southwestern Avenue in Chicago, Bookie's offers a selection of new and used books with orders available for books not currently in stock. For more information, visit their website at bookiesbookstores.com.
Support for WXAV 88.3 is being provided by Northwest Community Credit Union, located on campus inside the Graham School of Management. The credit union provides its members with a variety of financial products and services to help them achieve their financial goals. Members can access services and bank on NWCCU's mobile app. For more information, visit their website at nwccu.com or call them at 1-800-2BELONG.
This is a WXAV 773 Sounds podcast, introducing you to the best local bands in the Chicagoland area.
Hi, this is Peter Kreten with 773 Sounds here on the X, WXAV 88.3 FM Chicago, your escape from ordinary radio. And to say I'm excited is a true understatement for this week's Featured Artist of the Week. This duo has made me a fan of hip-hop. The way they bring soul music, incredible lyrical content that makes you reflect on today's society, and the fact that they have been around the scene for 20 plus years and still representing Chicago is just mind-blowing. I am so happy and honored to have EP and Olskool from Abstract Mindstate here on 773 Sounds. How are you guys?
Cold but nice. happy to be here, Peter. Thank you for having us.
Oh, right. So happy to have you guys.
Not so cold, but still
right.
Chilling. Not as cold. It's pretty nice here, but yeah.
Oh, can I ask Olskool, where are you at right now?
Oh yeah, I'm in LA, so I that's where I reside now. So I get to talk junk and you know, and make EP feel bad because she still is cold. Because she's still in the cold.
I'm in this cold hard. I'm in this cold hard shy.
Cold hard now. Cold hard.
Woo. I mean, cold for you now has to be like the low 50s at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much. Remember EP when I was just home last year? We went to
that boy was walking up north. We was coming from.
Just started screaming, didn't I?
Oh yeah, it just. I don't think he could survive a full week of it. The LA rocking him like a baby.
Yeah,
the LA weather got him rocked up. You know.
Boy,
First off, congratulations are in order. I mean, you guys have recently won a Hollywood Independent Music Award for your song Bar Louie.
Yeah.
You guys just released a really phenomenal record last year called The Art Project, which is so great. I mean, it's been a really fabulous 6 months to a year for the two of you. You know, you've worked with Jay Ivey, you've worked with David Banner, John Forte, and it's been produced by young RJ from the Slum Village in Detroit. I mean, first off, how do you process just like all this amazing stuff that's happening? But what has it been like? What has it been like making this record and getting out there and seeing people's reactions and everything?
Rest in peace, John Forte. So I think that the album that we did previously with Kanye kind of prepared, like it got us back to where we were as a group. It was like a precursor. Like so we loved the album that we did with Kanye. We thought that it was really dope. I think that this album is more of the Art Project is more of like, okay, we can still do this. Like we were testing the waters with the Kanye album because it had been so long since we worked together as a group, since I was doing music at all. And since Gre and I worked together as Abstract Mindstate. And so that was like proving ground for us again, right? And so after that, we were so happy with that particular project, you know, and I'll let Olskool tell you how the inception and the conversation came up about even doing the art project. But we are really satisfied with the art project because it reminds me personally of the chemistry of the old music, right? Of when you said you were on Bandcamp, you'll see the way that we sound together on a record, any particular record. And I don't think that was quite there with the Kanye produced album. I don't think that it was there yet. We hadn't gotten to the point. Now, the more songs we did, the closer we were getting back to that particular point where it was kismet. It was like easy, But this our project is conceptualized. It's a rebirth of what we were before, whereas the Kanye album was like, let's test it
let's
out.
See what it's like to get back in the ring.
Yeah, yep.
But with the young RJ, of course, Slum Village. I mean, being like every hip hop artist, and I mean, signed like national hip hop artists. They're like every artist's favorite artist, right, or group or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so it was definitely a pleasure working with him because, like, we were fans of the music before we were, brothers and sisters with them, and before we can call them our brothers, I should say. But young RJ, it was that it's funny. The same thing with Kanye. That whole album, the Dream Still Inspired album, was completely his idea. Something he came up with the idea of us doing that together.
He brought us back together.
He brought us back together. That was all his idea. And funny as it sounds, young RJ being inspired by that album because he felt that album didn't get handled or treated or exposed the way it should have. And he just saw so much potential in it. He was like, man, give me a shot to do that. We'll do y'all right. We'll treat y'all good. We'll get y'all on the platforms y'all need, which they did. Like they took us on about three tours. The first, the first few singles came out on through their distributor, through Virgin and all of that. It was a cool thing. So RJ came just like Ye came and said, hey, let's do one together. Let's do it again, but let me get a shot at that. So that's how we end up doing the art project. EP came with the title before we even recorded the album. She had already said the next album we do, let's call it the art project, Yeah. And I just kind of, if you look at the
graphics.
The graphics and listen to the skits and all of that, the interludes, that was built around the title to make it all come together. So it was really an art project. The coolest part I like to talk about with the art project is the interludes are actually art classes on Jackson State University's curriculum, like their real college curriculum. The name of those interludes are actual art classes.
Really?
Yeah.
That is so cool.
And Jackson State is actually where we met.
Yeah, right, exactly. Duh, I should have said that. I'm talking like you just know us. Yeah, exactly. That's why we met. So that's it was like full circle, you know what I'm saying? So that was like full circle too, kind of connecting Jackson State and us, that being our foundation. And
Olskool is South Side and I'm West Side.
Yes.
Okay.
And we actually didn't know each other here. Yeah, we met in college. It was Olskool, I think, sophomore year, and it was my freshman year.
Yeah, my freshman year. Yeah. So then Abstract came out of that.
That's so incredible. I mean, there's so much I want to unpack there because, I mean, what kind of like a full circle rebirth then with the art project, with going back to where you originally met.
Yeah.
This is the album where you feel like you got.
And not even intentionally, not even like that part of it wasn't even intentional. The concept of the classes for Olskool, the curriculum part like that was intentional. But you just saying to us, bringing it full circle, like that's my first time even thinking about it. Like
right, wow. Right, yeah, true for me too. Yeah. I was like, oh right, yeah.
that is so cool. So I got to ask, what was it like working with RJ? I mean, this album has such a cool sound.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. RJ, how can I say? Cookies, laughs. Look, fresh baked cookies, lots of laughs, a bunch of jokes.
Food, table, and liquor.
Right. Dope beats, pens and pads.
Yep. Yep.
It was, oh, you know what? You know what? I could say this on the real side.
Mhm.
It was old school recording with RJ. Could you say that, EP? Like the way we used to do it, like, because it was no time. We wasn't on a clock.
We weren't pressed for time. And
Yeah, so the
it was
music was
just
just
like, it was
playing.
young playing beats. And we
Yeah,
like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. More yes than no. Like,
right. We cracking jokes, we eating, we'll stop and take breaks and eat and talk about stuff and get back. It was the way, the way it used to be. You know what I mean? The way when producers would get in there with the artists and really create.
and not just send the beats.
Yeah, not just send it to you. We were in the studio for the whole project.
Well, even the whole thing where like you always hear so many artists like they're on a timetable where it's like, I have to finish the album in 3 weeks because I'm going on tour in 4 weeks and I got it.
Right.
Yeah.
How can you make art in that way? But with here, it seems like everything was organic and it was very collaborative then.
Oh yeah.
Very collaborative. Very.
I mean,
much so.
it was so family. Like we crashed out at RJ's house. He like just let us stay at his home. So it was just like, it was like, I mean, we talking breakfast, lunch, and dinner and recording. So
yeah,
we caught a vibe doing the art project recording. It was different from recording Dream Still Inspired.
definitely a wave. Definitely a wave.
Yeah. So
that's incredible.
They both had their thing because, EP and I was like in different cities and in these very cool places recording. So it was cool with Dream Still Inspired, but this was like a slumber party or something. Like, you know what I mean?
But it sounds like it was like the perfect environment you needed to make this record.
Yeah. And it was also what it presented was a decompression from Dream Still Inspired, because I think Olskool more than me, it was pressure because it was Kanye. Right. You know what I mean? It's Kanye. So although the friendship and that stuff existed, it was just pressure because of who he was. RJ is a huge name as well. But it's not like a mega, and it's still roots hip hop. Mm-hmm. It's not pop. It's not arenas. It's the Netherlands performing inside a club. Right. It's Netherlands. It's hip hop. It's European. It's hip hop. Yeah. It's nothing else. Like there's no pretense put on it. You don't have to sell this many records. You don't have to present yourself in any kind of way except the way you came. And I think the comfort level matched the product.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
You can hear us sitting back cruising in that Cadillac.
Absolutely.
On the arts project, you could tell we were back in crew remember when the cars, do cars still have cruise control? It was just like, okay, it's like I got a Jeep, so I'm like,
yes, they do.
Yeah, so we was on cruise.
And I got to say, you feel that vibe as a listener. For me, the track we've been spending a lot on 773 Sounds is Feature Presentation.
It is. Come on, EP. Come on, EP. Come on now. EP, come on now.
That's his favorite. That's his favorite song on the album.
Is it really?
No idea you was gonna say that, but that gives me a smile.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite.
Okay, so I mean, I know it's your interview, but why that song? What is it about?
So you really paint a picture in my mind's eye, where it's like you're in a theater and the curtain's going up. And you guys walk across the stage.
Exactly it.
Yeah. And the thing is, so that was actually the first song I heard from you two.
Okay.
And it stopped me in my tracks. Like the beat is a very old school beat.
Right.
It kind of reminds you of those late 80s, early 90s, like, Run DMC, Public Enemy, where it's like, okay. And then it's like, the teacher's at the podium and they're about to lecture, and that's you guys coming out and talking and right. It's incredible. I love that one. The other one that I really am digging a lot is the Get Down. I love the Get Down.
The Get Down is a vibe. Well, I was telling you, I was like, everybody say the Get Down. I think the Get Down just a vibe.
That's the song. It's summertime. The windows are down and it's turned up.
Right. That's dope.
The concept, Peter, like most when Gre and I sat down to kind of Gre mainly comes up with most of the concepts of the songs and what we're gonna write around. We knew that we were going on tour. So these songs had to be songs.
I know where you're going.
Yeah, these songs had to be songs that invited crowd participation and that reciprocity. So they couldn't be really wordy, but they still needed to be catchy and interesting and relatable. So that's what the art project was. It was an album birthed to perform.
It was. And in all honesty, after touring with Slum, because we got a chance to tour with them domestically even before we
did the European.
Before we did the European tour after the art project was done. But to watch them, and I remember saying the EP, man, we don't have one of those just vibe, because Slum has so many vibe records that's like they almost like club mid-tempo club vibe records. And when we heard the Get Down and we were like EP was saying, we purposely knew, I was like, we need one of these. When I heard the track, I was like, we need one of these. And look, and then it was like, why not throw them on the very song? Because that kind of inspired me in terms of the direction, because I'm watching them have so many club vibe joints, and that was one for us. So I was like, okay, let's see if we can get them on this one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Another thing, Peter, was the fact that we got such a good, like Kanye producing Dream Still Inspire or Not, we were received so well because of our stage performance we did, because the first leg of the tour, which was the 28-day European tour, or 30, we performed Dream Still Inspire because we hadn't done the art project yet.
Right.
Ridiculous. And those weren't even made really to perform, but we performed them. And I think I can say I can give that up to my partner, because the hooks were, we didn't write the songs to perform, but the hooks were in our performance friendly. Like they're still not wordy and intricate, and you know what I mean, because the crowd will get boring. The crowd will get bored and start doing some other stuff. But our show, which I can definitely tout on, which has made us one of the household names with roots hip hop here in Chicago. Our live show, coupled with those hooks, was part of the reason why we were invited to come back to Europe. And invited for RJ decided he wanted to do an album with us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I was on your website earlier, and you have like a video testimonial of the crowds in Europe and what they were like seeing it. I mean, it seems like the shows are absolutely like incredible. I mean, so first off, like, what is it like playing Europe and playing England? And
I'll let EP I'll let EP answer that first.
So I don't want to get like too in deep about this, but like I even say it on the album, that performing not only do I feel like it was what I was meant to do, but it's my best self. It is actually my best self. And there's no other place that still respects the type of hip hop that we do, real hip hop, more than the countries in Europe. There is no America. It's sad because this is the birthplace, right? But you can only go to Europe and be received like that. And I'm talking about anybody. Yeah, I'm talking about anybody. Yeah, Nas could probably, he'll sell out. He'll sell out Madison Square Garden, right? He'll sell out MSG, but it's not gonna have that vibe because it's too big. Yeah, it's too big. We won't get this.
Yeah.
We won't, you can't feel, as an artist, you can't feel it. I don't care what they say. I don't care how many people.
Yeah,
You
and that's
can't
why they
feel it
still
because
do
it's
it.
not intimate enough. And I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
Yeah.
Anything.
When we were in Europe, Peter, some of the stops we would look, remember EP, we would see the posters on the wall and be like, oh man, Shabazz Palaces is coming through here. That's Butterfly from Diggable Planets has his own other thing. Or we'll see like, I don't know, like AZ or, De La Soul.
Yep.
And we like, and, you start realizing being in Europe how these groups that we love, that like she and I love, or that falls in that Slum Village family sound kind of thing, we see now how they're still alive and well and breathing.
And relevant.
And relevant because they can go to Europe and just disappear.
Twice a year, disappear, make money, and do what they love doing.
For years if they want to,
Wow.
So Europe for us was just it was so fun. It was so fun. It was just so fun.
So Peter, when we were recording Dream Still Inspire, we had a little visitor. His name was Nazir Jones. He came through, and we realized during that time that all of those artists from New York and the West Coast, except De La, had never been to Europe to perform. They had never done European tours.
Yeah.
Wow.
I had a conversation with Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth some years ago at my man JB Smooth's birthday party. And I was talking and I was, we just got the small talking. And I said, man, it's got to be dope, man, the way you came up in the era in New York, man. Y'all was just touring the world and doing y'all music. He was like, touring the world. He said, man, let me be honest with you. Man, all of us New Yorkers, that all of the groups y'all love, we thought the tri-state area was the world. And I was looking at him like, what? I'm talking to Greg Nice from Nice and Smooth. And he like, man, we didn't go out to come. We weren't going to Europe and the UK and all that. And I was like, whoa. And I told EP, I was like, you won't believe this. Like most of them, like all those acts we thought was just taking over the world. They said they thought
taking over New York.
Yeah, they was taking over the tri-state area. They said they thought the DMV and all of it, they thought they said that was enough for them. That's all they cared about. So it was always the groups like De La and Jungle Tribe, the native tongue, that whole native tongue.
Slum.
Yeah, slum. Yep. Yes. And that's why we were able to they opened that door for us, and we were able to ride their coattails and enjoy the what Europe is for a group like us. A group like Abstract, people in Europe were saying cool stuff to us like, hey, some places knew us, but some places was like, hey, we didn't even know y'all was coming, but y'all our favorite new group. They were saying it just, they were saying it to us just like that. And EP was like, man, I love this.
Yeah. Now, EP, you mentioned something earlier with like real hip hop, and it's in a smaller room and you're feeling the vibe of the people and things like that. Why do you think more artists aren't kind of going back to the roots? Like, to a degree, do you think hip hop has become too commercialized?
So rap is commercialized.
Okay.
There are very few still, to me, hip hop artists, and the main hip hop artists are artists that have already been out. There are a few newer artists that Olskool may consider to be like that fit into that mold of what we would refer to as hip hop. Right. But it's music, much like different types of art, is so divisive. It's so divisive and it's money driven, and you couldn't see the amount of money these artists make now,
right?
But you also couldn't see the level of creativity that these artists now, because they're not creators. They are robots. My opinion. It's just it's so repetitive, and it's so money driven that it can't be art. Like how many real artists do you know do it for money?
Yeah. What can I say? We took the sensibilities of the golden era, right? We never left those sensibilities alone and brought them into the now era, meaning like you couldn't sound anything like it was a cardinal sin to sound anything like
Any other artist.
any other artist in during the golden era of hip hop. But now, what we've seen over the last 10, 15 years is they get rewarded or heralded sounding exactly like the other artists. And to the point that sometimes we don't even know
Who own? Who we
who
listening
it
to?
is. We'd be like, oh, is that so and so? Because they all sound the same, and not just, it's just the truth. It ain't even riding them. It's just the actual fact. And so we carry those golden era sensibilities into 2025, 2026, 2027. We carry in that idea that, hey, we're okay not sounding like anybody else. And if it means that we'll constantly do small rooms, cool, because that's the reason that people like Prince, real artists like Prince, who would always do a like EP said, a MSG, or come out here and do the Forum or something like that. But Prince was notorious
For popping up.
for popping up in a small, 300 to 500 person venue and giving the best show of his life. And that's what drove him. That's what allowed him to do MSG, that he was able to do Blue Note. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll piggyback on the sensibility thing that that Olskool was talking about, like the stuff that we wrote about then as artists, young Abstract Mindstate. It's the same things we write about now. It's just on a bigger scale. It's with more knowledge. It sounds different because we're different.
2026 lens.
Yeah, exactly. But the message, the real message about growth, development, saving your soul, spirituality, budgeting, all of that stuff is still exactly the same, and the message and where it comes from is still the same. I think that's why when you go back, Peter, and you get a chance to kind of delve into Bandcamp, and you'll be able to compare songs. You're not going to hear it spit the same way. You're not going to hear, it may be for you, the younger version of us may even be more creative, because we felt like we needed to be tricky. Right. But what we did was we tricked people out of even knowing what the hell we was talking about, because we was talking so much above most people, because our audience was people that didn't go to college, but we went to college. It's crazy. We were talking to people who didn't might have gotten a GED.
Right.
And my cousins, my family members used to be like, "Cuz, you so dope, but don't nobody know what the hell you talking about." This is real. My family, but don't nobody know could you just say some of the stuff that went on with you, when you was growing up? I say, I do.
It's just
I do. It just sounds like I do.
One of the things that stands out so much for you guys with how Olskool was talking about that old school sensibility and bringing it up to 2026, I think that's what makes you guys so fresh, and I think that's what makes you guys so stand out, because there is no one that sounds like you right now. And
being either.
Yeah. And the fact that, you're playing Europe, radio stations in Africa are spinning you guys right now. For the two of you, what is it like being people that grew up on the south side and the west side of Chicago, and now you're playing Europe and you're finding out that your music is being played in Africa? I mean, you're truly a worldwide.
Hold on, EP. Let me tell this one story.
No, I wasn't going to say nothing.
Look, that happened to me and her.
I had to think about
we
that.
were standing outside. I want to say it was in Milan.
It was Italy.
Yeah, Italy, and the guy just walked up to us with this strong accent, like Abstract Mindstate is the right now. And I said, wait a minute, what did you say? And I said, say that again, And he was like, remember he named a song, because we got it on we used it on something on we got an upcoming tour documentary, and we used this clip because it was real. I cut the phone on and called him, got him saying this, and he said a wise tale. He said a wise tale. I think he said a wise tale off of the art project, and I'm sorry, off of Dream Still Inspired.
Yeah.
We was like, whoa, like, wow, okay,
We
Milan.
didn't even know you were coming.
Yeah, and that was Milan, Peter. So Africa, when I saw that clip, when I got that first clip sent to me by one of the people at the radio station, and I put it on our page, it was just it felt so good to hear us get played in Africa. Like Africa, man, we both love Africa, and it's just like, that's what we want to, if we want to talk about Africa, that's our next frontier to conquer, because Africa plays they like regular American hip hop. They're not, we're in the process of breaking into that market right now.
Oh, that's so cool. I mean, imagine what it'd be like if you could tour there.
Come on, that's what the EP. That's all we talk about. That's all we talk about. Matter of fact, we're diligently working on that right now, like trying to solidify some touring in Africa. Yeah.
That's so cool. That is so cool. I hope you're able to do it, and please let us know and keep us up to date so that
put the good energy out there.
Absolutely. Now, the two of you have been creative partners for well over 20 years now. You've seen good, you've seen bad, you've seen everything you can even imagine. How has that relationship evolved over that time where, I mean, I got to imagine you guys just have to look at each other and instantly, oh, that's what you want me to do. I got you.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. It is very, go ahead, Gre.
No. I was going to say something silly. Like that goes all the way to our personality, because I'll be telling EP, like sometimes people think me and EP crazy because we got so many years of jokes that a word will be said. And all of a sudden me and her is doing this. Mm-hmm. We doing this thing, and everybody like, what are they talking about? But now what you was gonna say, EP?
It's I think with any type of relationship, especially when you spend so much time apart, because it was almost 17 years when we didn't really have any like
everyday
music, anything he was doing stuff with Kanye, and I was like real life in it, you know what I'm saying? And so it's almost like you get to know the new person. You get to know the new person because you grow, and people age, and idiosyncrasies change, like and dislikes change, and you're if you're going to do tours and stuff like that, you're forced to get to know the new person, right? And I think that the first part of the tour, that's like even the album, even doing Dream Still Inspire, that was like it was like a rekindling and us getting to know each other again, like from 1990. You know what I mean? It was like a new 1990 because we were fundamentally different. We were older. We had both been through things, seen things, had our own different perspectives. Like when we were younger, we were more because we had this
we had college as like a security blanket, so we were doing the same things. Even if we wasn't together in college, we were doing the same thing.
Yep.
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, even if it's we was together every day, but even if it's a 2 days we wasn't together in college, whatever she was doing, she was probably doing some homework or studying or somewhere on campus. If you asked what I was doing, probably some homework, studying somewhere on campus. It was the same walk. Yeah. Because we had the security blanket of university, of what our daily was versus, like EP said, she said real life in it. Like now it's like she's living like real life, and I'm still over, for me, real life is the music business. So I'm still over in like Fantasy Island, doing that.
Now, for those of us who have never seen the two of you live in concert, what can we expect from an Abstract Mindstate show?
You can definitely, man, you can expect you can expect the best show you've ever seen in your life.
Energy, synergy.
That's one of the things that didn't take time to rekindle.
Right.
Us being on stage together.
Yeah.
That right there is something that I think is unmatched.
Yeah.
And I won't even call it easy, because it has to be something that's more deeper than easy. It is, and then I won't even say organic. I won't even use that. It's overused, but it's something that's so automatic and so
second nature or something.
I've never been in that type of relationship at any level, romantic, at any level, where something like that, Olskool and I could have just had the biggest fight.
Right.
Honestly, the biggest fight about it could be anything.
Right.
That was at 6:30. The show's at 8:30. Vapors. You would never ever know. You would never know, because the stage is something that is so. You know how they say that that the ring is unforgiving. So is the stage.
I believe it.
So is the stage. And because I think we love performing so much, and it comes so easy for both of us, and I'm not talking about the group, it comes so easy for both of us. And I tell my therapist that I really need to go back on tour, because for 1 month, I get what every human craves, and that's immediate gratification.
Wow.
Like, there's no human that doesn't want a pat on the back.
Yeah.
Can you imagine getting that pat on the back from at least 900 people for 28 days in a row? Every night?
Right.
Like telling you you're something that you may not believe in your head.
Right.
And that you're making them do whatever you tell them to do every night.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't happen.
And add in this, and they're moving and grooving from something that you thought of, and just out of the blue in your head, that you creatively put
you
it
made
off
for yourself.
Yeah.
You made it for yourself. You didn't make it for them.
Yourself, and you're sharing it with them, hoping that maybe what we're sharing, that we're dealing with or wanting to talk about, you can relate to.
There's no other place that I know of that you can get that. It's a high that's beyond.
It's beyond any drugs and liquor.
Yeah,
I can believe it.
It's serious.
Yeah,
it's serious, and I could see why people like big rock bands and stuff like that.
Why they go on these long tours?
You know what? I'm Grateful Dead. You know, they just lost a member. Like, they were touring until now.
Yeah.
Like, because that, and I don't think because Grateful Dead got all the money they'll ever need, right?
Yeah.
But it's that thing. It's that crowd, and it's that what you get back from that crowd. It's like breathing.
Yeah.
It's like breathing.
And it's the length of time. Like, look at what Kendrick Lamar just did. Man, that man was on tour. You see how long he was out there? He spent most of the last year on tour.
Yeah.
And it's like, some people will say, man, how could y'all be out there that long? And we'd be like, man, please, if you knew how it felt out there rocking the crowd every night. It's the only
way you can appreciate it. We're telling you about it, Peter, but
until you experience it, you'll never understand.
It's a different type of dopamine. It's a different type of thing, you know.
I believe it. Now, if people want to check you guys out online, where can they find you on your socials and Bandcamp and website and everything? Where can people go?
Yeah.
IG, EP, the Hellcat, at Abstract Mindstate.
And I'm at Olskool _ Ice-Gre. And Olskool is OLSKOOL. And you can always, if you can't remember any of that, go to abstractmindstate.com, and it'll lead you to all of our pages, you know. Yeah. And if you go to Bandcamp and put Abstract Mindstate in the search, everything will come up. It'll get you to our entire discography of music, all the way from the demo phases up to
we got catalog. We got catalog.
Yeah, I got it pulled up right now, and I'm looking at it, and there is at least 12 to 14 LPs on here for you to check out for your listening pleasure.
Oh, listen, we didn't stop recording. We didn't stop.
Yeah, we did. We used to stop.
Olskool EP, this has been such a fun interview and such a fun conversation. Thank you so much for spending some time with us here on
Thank you.
773 Sounds.
Yes. Hey, listen. The art project is only 6 months old. It hasn't even been out a year. So people listening, looking, and you see me at EP looking at you on the screen, go get the art project.
Yes.
It's 6 months old. It's not even a year old.
It's what you need.
The year changed. You know, we've said this next year. The year changed, but it hasn't been 12 months since that album came out. So cop the art project.
And dope get better.
Yeah. Shout out to Young RJ and the Slum Village.
Young.
Thank you for listening to this WXAV 773 Sounds podcast. For more information on 773 Sounds, please visit our website, wxav.com.